Hello, Hillary Raven Porter here, and it's the 28th of March. And there is this amazing astrological event happening tonight. Is going to be the night that you're going to be able to see it the most clearly. So what is this? This is an alignment of 5 planets. So you've probably heard me talk a time or two about frequency and a little bit about a vibration. Just once or twice. And one of those frequencies and vibrations, or some of those that influence us, are up there, are in the sky. Right? Like we've got the comets, we've got the eclipses, we've got the planets themselves. Their vibration impacts our vibration. So this is a major, I was going to say trifecta, but it's not a trifecta because there's 5. I've already noticed an amplification in the light code today, and the different moments where it's like, okay, here we go, it's coming through. And even my sessions yesterday, because it's not just in that moment, that once that moment passes, there's no influence. There's transition, right? So what are these 5 planets? So the 5 planets, we've got Jupiter. Jupiter, but expansion, right? It's the big gaseous giant with some swirling. It's also about higher knowledge, which is interesting because it's going to be close to the horizon with Mercury. Well, Mercury is the winged messenger. Let's take that communication and get it where it needs to go. That includes everywhere in our body. That includes our brain messaging. It includes our hormone messaging. It includes our frequency messaging, every single thing, our nervous system. Mercury is one of the most amazing nervous system tuners. It helps bring that coolness, but it also helps it function more clearly when we're feeling that fritz out. So interesting that we have this higher learning planet, this planet of expansion, close to the horizon. So those guys are going to be close together with Mercury, which is all about communication. Expanded communications, maybe. Then we also have Venus. These guys are going to be higher in the sky, Venus and Uranus. Now Venus is that embodiment, is that pleasure, that creativity, that yin it to win it. So yin, receptive, nourishing, the feminine aspect, right? Paired with Uranus. So Uranus is about expansion, higher consciousness states, and really shattering things up. And shatters a pretty intense word, but it does. It breaks things up. Right? So maybe keep an eye out. What is it that you can shake things up with, or that is happening in your world that is shaking things up in regards to how you feel pleasure, how you're bringing in that rest and digest state, that enjoyment state. Okay? Now closer to the moon, we have Mars. Interesting. So the moon, so it's crescent, this time. And the moon, right? This is cycles. We're coming out of the new moon, which is like that inward, and we're starting to move outward. And Mars is action, initiatory action. Mars also pairs with Venus in regards to the blood. Venus houses Mars, houses the blood, and Mars is all about the blood. How is it moving? How is it flowing? Where are you feeling a little stuck and you need that initiatory action within a cycle. So according to NASA, these are going to be seen in an arc. So like I said, we got Jupiter and Mercury near the horizon, and then we've got Uranus and Venus higher up. Venus is going to be the brightest out of all of these. Jupiter is going to be brighter than Mercury. And the hardest to see is going to be Uranus. They're suggesting if you have binoculars, then you might want to pull those guys out and take a look at them. Now, what's the best time to see these guys? Sunset. So if you're in Victoria, BC, tonight the sunset is at 7:38. So the sunset time, just after the sun's gone down and there's still that faint glow, they say that's the best time to go and see it. And of course, you want to go where there's little light pollution, because if you have light pollution, it's, well, literally putting this like little veil of light over top. And we want the least amount of that so that the darkness of the sky, the light that we see, are the planets and the stars. Make sure there's a clear horizon if you can, as much as possible, right? So if you're looking out and there's just all these buildings, well, that's going to impede because you're not going to be able to see as low down on the horizon. The ocean's a great place to go see this. Apetito to the mountaintop. Just be careful if you're coming back down and it's dark. These are not planned to be seen, or a set of 5. They're saying we're not going to see again until 2040. The last set of 5, which had Saturn, I can't remember which planet was switched out for that, was last June. And the time before that was 2004. So these aren't common occurrences. These are moments to really take this in. You can just bathe in the frequencies and be like, hey, hi. Notice that amplification. Our frequency, our vibration, increases, shifts, especially with this influence of 5 at once in alignment. Yeah? Okay, I just want to share that with you guys. Enjoy. If you do happen to get out and see what it's like and see what's happening with those planets, I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear how that goes for you. How does that feel? What are you experiencing right now? Have you noticed things happening? You're like, what is going on? I'm noticing this happening more in my life, or I'm having more of these feelings, or I'm noticing these patterns coming up, or these people coming into my life more, or I'm resisting certain things right now. Just little pinpoints to just inquire about and just be like, oh, bring that into my awareness. Okay, so much love and stardust. Enjoy the planets tonight. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.